I'm a dude who don't believe in the death penalty. And it's easy for you to say that they ain't kill your mama, they ain't kill your daddy, blah, blah, blah. The reason I don't believe in the death penalty is this. 1 out of 9 people executed in the United States of America was wrongly executed. Not even 10%. You're not even going to give me 1 for 10. 1 out of 9 people have been wrongly executed in the United States of America. We have had cops here in Chicago. You find out after people in jail 10, 15, 20, 30 years in the penitentiary. And then it came out maybe about 10 years ago that a lot of these dudes confessions were beat out of them. And you got people like we do this show, me, D Great, and Shelly comes in. We do this show called The Couch Potatoes. We were talking about Trial 4, in which this dude had 3 hung juries, and he was locked up for 20 years, and he finally beat the rap. Well, actually, they finally just let him out of jail and left him alone. When you're living in a society that is clearly locking you up at an alarming rate, at a more alarming rate than somebody else, they're clearly fixing things the way they want them to go, and you got a bunch of numbskulls in the country that want to see things the way that the TV tells them versus what you actually see. How the hell can you execute somebody? Yeah, it sounds cool. Well, in the case because people always want to go to the extreme because people don't really pay attention. They want to win the argument. You're not an attorney. You're not going to pick out the pieces of something and make people see different. If 1 out of every 10 people executed were wrongly executed, maybe you should stop killing people. How about that? What gives the federal government the right to sanction murder? Hey, on any level. If you want to put this person in the case, well, how we going to take care of them for the rest of your life? You take care of some drug dealer for the next 40 years? So a killer's too good? So I don't believe in the death penalty. And you can come up, it's somebody that's going to hear this. They go, what if it was your mama? What if it was your daddy? What if it was this? What if it was your... Look, are we having a conversation? Or are you trying to get an emotional response out of me? Because when you put me in a situation that you think I'm going to react emotionally, that's what you're doing. You're trying to trigger some type of emotional response, and that's just not going to happen. I'm anti-death penalty because you don't have the right to kill somebody. Somebody in the court don't have the right to kill somebody, no matter what heinous crime they commit. Now, if you in the streets and you catch up with this dude and you end up damaging this dude or destroying this dude, that's Darwin's theory. Wolves take care of other wolves. Period. But 12 people said you should die, or some judge said you should die. Because you guess what? Those same judges those same 12 people judges let the murder of Trayvon Martin go. Those same people let the murder of Tamir Rice go, Eric Gardner go. Those 12 people let the people who beat the hell out of Rodney King go. Those same 12 people. Let me see, my man Microwave say, HRap, you should ask them in return, what is your mama going to get? Exactly. Well, did your mama come back then? Then, okay, the killers ask if my mama coming back, because they not. See, again, and that means Microwave, thank you, Microwave, is listening. He's not hearing. He's not debating. He's saying, processing the information, whether he agree, disagree, or in step with it, he heard me. I mean, he's listening. He's not just trying to debate. Hot take time. No. He's processing. Agree, disagree. HRap sounds crazy. Let me finish drinking this beer. He the homie. I'm going to keep listening to his show. Or, you know what? I feel you, HRap. That's cool. Because, hey, I know of 2 people. They wasn't on death row, but they did time in the penitentiary. One of them did 20 years, or one of them did 4 years for crimes they didn't commit. And and just realize this: you in the penitentiary for a crime you didn't commit, and you're surrounded by murderers, convicted and honest to God, murderers, thieves, rapists, serial killers, and all that. You in the midst of all that, and you're innocent. So this is what you up against, and y'all man kill him. Stop being emotional, Carl Thomas. Knock it off. It's not the move. I mean, first of all, you're in a country that invented jail. Your culture banishes people. And guess what? God banishes people. God never put nobody in jail. For all my brothers and sisters that love the Lord, because Cain killed Abel and God didn't put him in jail. He said, get on gone, because this good over here. We don't need you're not going to ruin this. You got to go. But see, you don't read the Bible. Somebody tell you what's in the book. Shout out to Reverend James Dodd III, man. Ooh, that's who be hooking me up. And the homie Ivan, man. Ivan, Deion Williams. That's who put me on point with the word. You know what I'm saying? Those Mike Neal, brother Mike Neal, Mike Shabazz, Nation of Islam. That's what I should be calling that. But those are people who put me on, help me understand what's going on in them books to enrich me. See what I'm saying? But these are the things that if you continue to indoctrinate yourself into this Western way of thinking, you are chipping away at your own soul. You are chipping away at your own soul. Got a bone to pick. I picked it last week. I'm re-picking it this week with my brother Barack Hussein Obama. Yeah, if you like somebody or you support somebody, it's okay to you can come on here and write something in the chat room. HRap, I think you crazy. That's cool. It's called a conversation. As long as you're not disrespectful, we can have a conversation. You can call me crazy if you want to. But and even if you call me crazy, I understand that it's not, you don't think I'm a lunatic. You just disagree vehemently, and we can have a conversation and we can move forward. We ain't gonna be enemies. But Barack Obama, Joe Biden, and the rest of the people who are in office, no matter if you have an R or a donkey, no matter if you blue or you red, y'all running the game on us already. Indeed I am. Now that person who just put that in, Rhonda, the homie Rhonda, been knowing her since before I had teen in my age. She can call me crazy because she got documented proof that I am. But most people can't. People like Tess in the background list. Shout out to the people in the background list. She called me crazy too. They've been knowing me 1,000 years. But on the serious side, they running the game on us again. Joe Biden threatened us this week, black people. Joe Biden, first of all, let me start off with my brother Barack. My brother Barack ran that garbage about reframing your sentences about defund the police. Remember I told y'all, I'm not doing that. I understand where he's coming from. I totally disagree with the brother. And it's cool. And it's led to the meeting with the so-called Black Caucus and, well, not Black Caucus, the leadership of the black community, the Urban League, and the National Action Network, and what's the Al Sharpton and his crew, and those dudes. They had a meeting. And this one network showed Joe Biden talking loud to them. And then everybody put their sensitivity pants on. Hey, man, Joe Biden's talking to us crazy. Look, man, the man, old white men talk loud. Old people talk loud. I'm old. I'm loud as hell. So I ain't really tripping. I'm tripping while people were talking about his tone towards these other black folks. I was listening to what he said. Joe Biden threatened us. One of the things he said was, I'm the first person to do this. I'm the first person to do that. Okay, get Joe Biden a sling because he's breaking his arm, patting himself on the back. But what he did say was a threat. And this is the threat. He said, the Latino community is growing. It's the second largest community and it's growing faster than your community. So you're going to have to start working with them. Really? So what he was saying was, I ain't really got to rock with y'all. I can start rocking with them and y'all will be left out like they used to be left out. But this is why you don't watch the news. You don't listen to the news. when they try to frame Joe Biden as the big bad wolf. You identify Joe Biden being the big bad wolf by his actions. And what makes him the big bad wolf to me is when he made that statement, numerically, he was telling the truth. But statistically, he was telling a damn lie. Because HRap went to the statistics, went to the numbers. Y'all got more numbers than us. But when you look up the population that voted for Joe Biden, 85% of black men voted for Joe Biden. 98% of black women voted for Joe Biden. The next group is 65%. We put your punk ass in the office, homie. And this is why today we need to be looking for somebody to replace his punk ass. I'm off the Joe Biden bandwagon already. The bandwagon, they ain't even warmed it up. They ain't gonna warm it up to January 1st, but I'm off it. I don't care what he does. We need to be looking for a replacement today. Now we need to squeeze his ass to get whatever we can get up out of, but it needs to be somebody warming up like a boxer, bouncing, staying loose, because we need to replace his ass with him. You know, the sister Kamala, she was trying to calm down, relax, Joe. You know, brothers and sisters don't really like the way you chirping, homie. You overstep, you habitual line stepper. But now I don't have no problem with the tone, because I'm not thin-skinned. I got a problem with your message, homie. We put you in play. And we need to make sure we take your ass out of office in 4 years. Now, Sister Kamala, you might be a casualty of war, but the black community need to find somebody else to get behind, because anytime you tell me, well, you know, I could start rocking with them, or you better watch out because yada, 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 that's a threat, man. And you threatening me before you even get in play, not a problem, Joe. This is why you can't trust nobody in D.C. or in your state capital or any of these big buildings. You need to metaphorically have a gun to their head at all times. You're going to do what we said. We're going to end your political career with a vote. Metaphorically, I said. Because, you know, somebody listening that's taking everything sensitive, because people don't listen to understand. They listen to respond in most cases. Which leads me to the police thing. We don't want to defund the police. Because, see, then you taking things away that may be beneficial to people who believe in the system. Not HRap. Documented. But you want to control the police. See, because if they got $5 billion in New York in police money, and you got all these people creating these fictitious wars all over the world, and then you getting this overland equipment, and you have military grade weaponry put on city cops. That's what that money is going to. But when you control the police, you can have all that stuff. But understand, it's going to be hell to pay the captain if you jump out your body and do this nonsense again. See, that's how you fix a situation. You control it. Because less money ain't going to be, they still got money for bullets. That means they still got money for stop and frisk. They still got money. You got to tear this thing down and rebuild it. That's how you control it. Because in the late 1700s, 1790 to be exact, they created this thing called a police force, and it was to arrest and put people back where they supposed to be. And if you don't understand what I'm saying, it's this. See, another falsehood told to you by your history teacher. Oh, well, it used to be free people walking around the United States of America. All you have to do is look up The Captives. The book came out about a month ago, and it's about, I spoke about this a couple of weeks ago, it's about judges, police officers, state's attorneys, and other affluent people and high-ranking people in the United States of America up in the Northeast capturing people. Like one story in the book, they talk about how this 7-year-old boy was identified as a runaway on his